Hello friends, I'm Ric Beattie. I'm the senior minister here at Unity of Royal Oak in Royal Oak, Michigan, and today is Wednesday, March the 30th. Wow, we're almost done with March already. It's been an interesting day here in the greater Detroit area. We woke up with some ice and then it warmed up and melted, and then it rained, and it kept getting warmer all day, so winter doesn't seem to want to let go, and that's okay. I'm going to read for you, and this reading really touched me, it's very powerful for me, from the booklet Release and Renew 2022, which is the Lenten series booklet from Unity World Headquarters. It says, I release the habit of digging in my heels. I release the habit of digging in my heels. Have you heard the phrase, suffering is optional? It took me a long time to understand what it meant. I thought as long as I won, as long as I came out on top, I would be happy, and happy meant no suffering. So then why was I still unhappy? I made sure things always went my way. I could win a debate on a topic I knew very little about. I was the captain of this team and president of that organization. All these things would distract me from my suffering for a little while. But when I got still or quiet, there it would be, waiting for me. One day I realized my insistence on having things my way was masking a fear of not being worthy. Fear of someone finding out I didn't really know what I was doing. So I tried an experiment. I quit insisting my ideas were the best ideas. I even sat through a meeting or two without making any recommendations. I found out others in my groups and teams had very creative ideas I would not have thought of. The best part was that I stopped feeling I had to carry the entire load myself. I became a team player, a worker among workers. And the Bible verse for today is, do not be like a horse or a mule without understanding. And it's my hope that God writes those words into our hearts. I release the habit of digging in my heels. I never really knew how much I could do that and what the consequences were to me. I've been reflecting a lot on the journey of the last 2 or 3 years of my life, and it's been one of amazing roller coasters, ups and downs. I don't know if you've had any of that. Today's been one of those days. Basically, except for an appointment that I had this morning, I didn't get anything done I had planned, and I was busy all day. So what if I just don't make it wrong? What if I just accept it? Some days are really amazing, some days are tough. Both are true. And here it is. And I love to work as part of a team. Didn't always like to work that. I was very much the solo dude for a long time, but one of the big changes for me of the last 20 years of being in ministry is embracing my strengths and weaknesses, and Lord knows I have them. And now I'm trying to be really open about them. You know, I have my days, and some are good and some are tough. There it is, all of it. We've been on a technology conference this week with Unity Worldwide Ministries, quite fascinating stuff. And as I look at different ages of people, because I look at the world through my eyes of a 66-year-old guy, but then millennials and Gen Z and the upcoming Alpha generation, all different, really different. And it takes us all. We are moving forward. We are moving forward for sure. So we're going to have a brief meditation. The music that's playing in the background is from Gregory Barrett. It's called The Heart of Oneness. He's a colleague, retired now, but a former boss of mine, and I have his permission to use this music underneath a meditation. And a lot of people ask me about the blue painting behind me, and it's from my dear friend Carson Matlock. It was one of his early works. He's gotten much better, but he's an amazing young man, and so it takes us all of our gifts, our skills, our talents. And the beautiful flower is a piece that I bought from Martha Creek. She's taken thousands of pictures, and she has some of them in an online gallery, and you can purchase them. So, I don't know what's going on in your world. I have no idea. I know there's a lot going on in the world. I know we have the situation in the Ukraine, that we've had another ship stuck. I mean, things just keep happening, right? And I was at lunch with someone today, and it was like, why do these things keep happening? Is somebody mad at us? God isn't mad. God is the energy of life itself. God isn't mad. Nobody's mad. What are we drawing to ourselves by the choices we make and by the vibration of our energy, what we are attracting to ourselves? The law of mind action is a wonderful unity teaching. It's very akin to the law of attraction, but law of mind action was from the late 1800s, I think, or early 1900s. And it says that thoughts held in mind produced after their kind. So what we're thinking about over and over and over again, if we think about it long enough, we bring it about. We attract it to ourselves. We all kinds of conditions and circumstances arise that connect the dots, and it's often called demonstrate or manifest things. So think about happy things. Better to have your canoe going downstream than try to go upstream. And if you're going upstream, life will help you move your canoe going downstream again. So it's just easy. Life, I think, should be easier than I ever realized it should be. One of the messages I got from my father, and I loved my father dearly. He was a smart guy. But he was like, boy, you got to work hard. And I'm not afraid of hard work. I'm not afraid of leaning into things. But it doesn't have to be hard. I've changed my story about that, or at least I'm still working on it. So allow yourself to get settled and centered in a comfortable chair, like in my office chair, or that's where I am. Maybe on a mat, laying on the sofa, in a recliner. Because to meditate is to give the mind something to do, to focus on, or it will make stuff up. Have you noticed that? Give the mind something to do and allow ourselves some freedom from the overthinking. And the easiest way I know to do that is to focus my attention on my breath. You could focus on the sound, the air conditioner running, the freezer, something humming, an electric motor in the distance. Doesn't matter. Give the mind something to do and then focus on that. Meditation is not thinking, it is focused thinking. Again, if we don't give the mind something to do, it'll make stuff up. I watch mine sometimes, it's like, wow, it's like a squirrel. So allow yourself to become centered, settled, comfortable. Wiggle your toes and your ankles, flex them. Whether you've had the best day ever today, or a mediocre day, just another day, a good day, or it was tough, here you are, right here, right now. So now start a scan of your body. Start with your feet and just quickly move up your body. Are you carrying any tension? Any stress, anxiety? As you notice where it is in your body, just invite it to release. Invite it to dissipate, be gone. And start becoming aware of the rhythm of your breath. Just breathing in and out. Don't have to hurry it, try to force it. Just notice the rhythm of your breath. And now we're going to take 3 deeper breaths together, because many of us breathe a little bit shallow, and we want to get some air down into the bottom of our lungs. So take a deep breath with me. Sigh it out. Another deeper breath in. Sigh it out. Another deeper breath in. Sigh it out. And now allow your breathing to just take its normal cadence, its normal tone, normal pattern. And you can meditate with your eyes open, closed, or softly focused. Everybody's a little bit different. I often meditate while I'm walking outdoors, and my eyes are open, and I'm listening to what's going on around me, but I am in the zone. And you know when you're in that zone. It's like being in a warm place in the lake. It's just nice and it feels good. And allow yourself to work with your breath. With each breath you take, follow it inward a little bit more deeply, a little bit deeper. And allow your mind to focus on the breath. And if you hear a noise that disturbs you, or your mind wanders off, and it will, simply bring it back to the breath and follow the next breath inward. As we spend a few minutes in the stillness of the inner world. There is so much noise in the world around us. We give ourselves a break. We take this time to commune with the One. And into His presence do we enter now, by allowing ourselves to become aware, more full of peace. I am the peace of God. It flows through me. It brings me a sense of well-being. And as you allow your body to relax into the support that you have for it, the chair, the mattress, the recliner, the floor, notice how it begins to relax, and you find the rhythm of you. And now I invite you to call to mind anything in your life that you would like a healing balm for. Perhaps you've had a loss in your life. You're grieving something that didn't work out the way you had hoped it would. Perhaps you or someone you know is having surgery, a procedure. Call that circumstance, that person, call it to mind. And let's wrap it in the light of love. And now let's embrace in our mind's eye, lovingly, the situation unfolding between Russia and Ukraine. And let's raise our eyes up above the war. And it's awful. War is awful. And perhaps one day we will learn to live in peace with each other. I believe that we can do that. People want peace. The peace that passes understanding. So let's just bathe that whole part of the world in love energy. There's a concept in A Course in Miracles that says that everything that is either love or fear. And now let us embrace the entire planet in this love energy, this love light, if you will. All kinds of different people, different shapes and sizes, different colors of skin, different traditions, different favorite foods, different cultures. Yet we are one living body of Christ. I reflect often on this truth. And now, wrap yourself in that love light. Love yourself. It's been one of the most interesting and toughest challenges for me. But I'm getting better at it. And I practice. And we give thanks for you. I'm Reverend Ric Beattie. I can support you in any way. If you're new to us, I hope that you'll go to our website or send me an email. My email address is ric, R-I-C, @unityofroyaloak.org. And that's our website, unityofroyaloak.org. You can find out what's going on in our community. We have been open to in-person worship since May of last year, so almost a year. And we invite you to come try it. There's, in fact, probably pretty soon I will start doing these meditations in person again with people in the building. So hold that space. I've got some things I'm trying to get wrapped up, and then I'm going to start doing that. And we appreciate your financial support. You can make your contribution as you feel led. In Unity, we teach that God is the source of all good. It's not the job, it's not Social Security, it's not all the other stuff, but God is the source. And that source is not exhaustible. That source is infinite supply. So we allocate, we appropriate money from that limitless supply and use it to expand the presence of love on the planet. That's what we're about. Helping an awakening world, for sure. Know that wherever you are, right there, right now, God is. I hope that you have an amazing day or evening, whatever time it's currently for you. And remember that the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well.